So if you guys ever wanted a fun fact about me, one, I just love fonts, and two, I love the things you guys can do to these fonts. So I wanted to show you guys some really cool dope text effects you guys can use that I use in my pocket probably any other time ever. It's also my favorite thing to show people. Like if they're ever like, yo, Seso, we just need to make something cool with the text. Like, I got you. And I'm pretty certain some of these effects you'll be able to use for like the next 5 or 10 years, okay? What? Oh my, look how much I'm not lying. It's like, oh. So this hand is gonna teach you something today, okay? Okay, so for the first effect, we have this distress text effect that I think is just super sick. So it's super simple. So you wanna start off with your text, of course, right? And I have this font for the record, it's Subway Paris Standard, just so you guys know. And when you have this actual font, you want to right click and convert this into a smart object. Then with your new smart object text effect, you want to go over to where it says filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur. For this, I'm going to choose anywhere between somewhere enough where these lines get a little bit more distorted that I enjoy. Something like 9 or 10 pixels. It's on 11.1, so I'm going to press OK. And then I want to go ahead and make sure I go to filter, blur, and then we're going to do radial blur this time. And I'm going to have the amount on 10, the blur method on spin, and the quality on best. I'm going to press OK. So you basically should be left with your text layer that's on a smart object with a radial blur and a Gaussian blur on it. Then after this, you want to go to your adjustments, go to where it says threshold. And what you'll notice if you guys drag left and right is you have this really cool little bleed effect that goes on with your text. But it doesn't stop there, okay? You'll notice for the record, you can just double click into your Gaussian blur. And if you ever want it to be more bleed, you can just level up or move up these pixels to get more bleed, just like so, right? I'm going to press OK though. Besides that though, if you were to basically select on your text layer, go to your adjustment layer, and then just throw in a grain under your threshold, and you turn this up a little bit, here's you can start to see some more distortion actually occur in your text. It's kind of given like if someone spray painted a little bit more maybe, and you can kind of up the size, shrink the size, and kind of mess around with the roughness, and you can get some really dope looks that just kind of go beyond just that distressed text effect look. But that's also not it for this one, okay? Let's just say you're feeling a little strange and weird and you want to throw in a pattern layer. So I'm gonna go over here to our adjustment layer, choose pattern. For this, I'm gonna just choose one of my patterns in my pattern pack. I'm gonna press OK. And then on this pattern fill, you want to basically change the blend mode from normal to a hard mix. And then as you can see, you can get even really further and also just cool general styles here. So I move this threshold now. You can get some really fun ideas and looks where you can kind of throw in any pattern at this point, right? I can kind of go back in and I'll just like throw in this one for instance, or this one. You can see it changing right in the behind, and kind of just, you can get some different ideas and different fun concepts. Is it cool? That's all I'm hoping for. But if you think it's cool, right, you can turn off for the record, or actually group everything together just like this. And you want to make sure when it's grouped together, you have the option that pops up, which is called pass through. If this changes to normal ever, you'll notice that your pattern goes away, but keep it on pass through if it's grouped together. And you can go ahead and just kind of get rid of your threshold for the record and get some other cool fun looks. It's kind of like blurry, gives it like a CRT kind of effect here, which is also pretty interesting. But also you can take off the grain and kind of see what it looks like as well. And again, explore, experiment with your threshold, but that is my effect number 1. As for my second text effect, this is gonna be for the people who really wanna make some really cool logos or just some general cool text in general. Now you want to start off by making a new layer, and then on this new layer, just right click, convert into a smart object. And then on the far left side, if your colors are already not black and white, just click this icon so your colors turn black and white. And then you can go to filter, render, and then clouds. Once you guys are here, you just want to change your blend mode on this cloud layer from normal to hard mix. And then you want to make a new layer right below this hard mix layer. You can just call this your active layer. And with this new layer that's now below your active layer, you can take your brush with B on your keyboard, right click, you can change your hardness around or change your size for whatever you guys need, but you can kind of see when you start to write, you can see these really cool distortion looks start to happen. One of my favorite things to do is right click for your brush settings and just kind of take this and shrink this a little bit further down, and then you just kind of go in here and start writing something kind of cool. Let's just see how quick I can kind of one-shot one. Here's my E, okay? That's terrible. Here, hold on. Okay, there's my E, here's a little A. Or I can kind of keep painting it if I need to. Here's my S, and then here's a Y. Easy. It had some or before the E. I can fix that though. Just like this. Nope, like this. Nope, like this. Nope, like this. Okay, honestly, you throw in a little register symbol in here and it belongs on a t-shirt, okay? So, and then for the record here, you can also do the same thing. This active layer is essentially like your threshold layer. So if you were to go over here to your adjustment curves and then throw in another grain, for instance, you can of course get some more grain and that feathering to your actual text itself. as well as if you brought in a levels adjustment, this will kind of act as a threshold with these anchor points here when you move them left and right to give you some thicker or thinner lines. And it's a super simple setup. Now, as for the third and last effect, which is also probably the easiest and most quickest simple one, first thing you want to go ahead and do is go into Google and just basically search for any fun distressed texture or abstract texture that just makes sense for you. I would always make sure you're kind of searching for something around the size of like 6 megapixels or so. And if you guys want that size button for the record, you guys go to your Chrome extension store and just search image search sizer and then just look for this little pink logo. And there's my logo there. And that's how you kind of get it real quick, super simple. But essentially, as soon as you find a texture you like, you just want to right click and save image. Then you want to drag your saved image to this little gray area to make sure you drop it into a new document in Photoshop. Then you want to just go ahead and file and save as and save this texture as a PSD. And make sure you just kind of save it as like texture 1 or 2, for instance. Then when you guys are back over here where your text, you just simply go to where it says filter, distort, and then displace. And then you want to convert that text right now into a smart object. And then for your horizontal scale and vertical scale, you can keep that all default. The more or less you do is the variety in which it comes into play, the effect itself. Then you press OK. You choose a texture that you just saved and press open. And then just like that, you got some instant, really quick, fun little texture based on the actual texture that you just saved. And for the record, you can do this over and over and over again. If you just re-click on displace, you re-press OK, and you click on another texture, and the more and more textures you do, the different effects that you kind of get. I'll also change the horizontal and vertical scale settings. I'll choose my first texture from before, press open again, and you can see how you get more and more distortion based on that scale. So if you find the right combinations, you can get some really quick and super simple text effects in like one click. But with that, that is the end of today's video that we have here today. So hopefully the whole thing is, hopefully you learned something, okay? If you didn't learn anything, you just might be the best, just saying. But if you did, do not forget to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, if you guys are new here. And if you guys enjoy these little fun text effect videos, I would love to show you guys some more. So if you guys do, let me know in the comments and I'll give you guys some more. But with that, that is Seso HQ out. You're going to keep smiling, stay positive, and stay freaking productive, guys. Let them much love. Peace. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.